Okay guys, Tony here. I'm going to do an update on the two PAMM accounts. This is actually my second recording. I did a complete update and my computer crashed and I lost the file. So it's my second time around here. Hopefully I don't forget anything. But I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. We're not going to do a Zoom call this week because we got a lot of things happening during this week. So we want to have more to talk about next week as far as progress and so forth. But okay, so to get started, the main PAMM account, as you know, not this week, but last week we had a phenomenal week. We made like 6 or 7%, something like that for the week. This week we gave a portion of it back. It was a rough week. Now it would have been a lot worse, but we actually kind of intervened yesterday with British pound, US dollar. Instead of letting it hit the stop loss, we put in a cost average trade. We knew it was going to turn, and it did. And instead of taking a $200 plus loss on that on the overall account, we ended up with a profit. So that was good. The open trade now, New Zealand dollar is turning back in our favor, and we're going to do the same thing with that if we have to. So basically, we're minimizing the losses as much as we can. But we have some good things moving forward. Now, the aggressive account this week was 1.95, basically 2%. We did 2% this week on that on very conservative settings. In fact, we even had the one primary setting completely wrong on there, basically making it too conservative. So we would have made a lot more on the account had we had the proper settings. Now, as far as those of you that are waiting on an update from 2 weeks ago when we had the issue with the USD Canadian dollar trades that basically all closed out, and we're still waiting for an answer from the broker. Okay, we're not sure at this point what the result's going to be. I will tell you this: if they don't come back, if it doesn't come back in our favor, it's not because of the broker. It's because of the way that, I think we explained it in the last update, the way that the trades closed out. Some of you actually came out even or ahead if you made a deposit prior to that. So many of you guys made a deposit prior to that, and you actually made money or broke even on it. And then there's a small group of you guys that took a loss, okay? And that's what we're fighting for right now. We do have an answer for that if it doesn't come back, in our favor. But we'll go over that next week when we do the Zoom call. Okay, we'll most likely have one next week. So now here's the good news. As a result of this, we found out the main issue was leverage with the account. Okay, we got the broker to increase our leverage on both accounts, the main account and the aggressive account, up to leverage is now, I believe, 300. It was 1 to 200. Now it's 1 to 300, which is excellent. I mean, that's a 50% increase in leverage. We don't need it as much on the main account because it's a larger account and we're more conservative with our trading on that account. But with the aggressive account, that is fantastic news moving forward, okay, with the new EA that we're running and everything. So, we also got we kind of fought back and forth with them, and we didn't think they would give us anything here, but they actually reduced our spread a little bit too. So in both accounts, we're basically paying a little bit less on the spread. It depends on what pairs at what time of the day and stuff like that. It's not an actual fixed amount, but the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it's more profits and more profit to us because we don't have to. It's basically we're paying less to the broker. Okay, bottom line. And moving forward now. Okay, so as I say, it's time to bring out the big guns. Okay, going into this week with the main account. The other EA that's been running that we were testing for a while, and we ran it on the aggressive account this past week. We're going to run that on the main primary PAMM account this week. Not real aggressive, not real risky, but we're going to run it on that account alongside of the other EA. Okay, so what's going to happen is the bottom line is it's going to add profit. So it's either going to help out with losses that the other EA takes as far as making up for it, or it's just going to add that much more profit to it. And if we like it and it seems to be working great in conjunction with the primary EA on the primary account, we'll keep it. Okay. And now on the aggressive account, just to let you guys know too, I actually put more funds of my own funds out of my pocket into the master account on the aggressive. And the reason I did that is so that we have a larger balance. And by having a larger balance, we're able to run an additional pair on this EA, okay? In fact, I was on the phone multiple times with the developer of the software this week, probably 3 to 4 hours, literally on the phone with them 3 to 4 hours this week, going over all kinds of different settings and what to expect and this and that. And just to let you guys know, this EA has been back tested since 1999 for over 20 years, basically 21 years now. Just about. And so it's gone through all the major crashes and come out flying colors. And this is what I want to mention. In the main account, the primary account, you may notice because of the new EA, we might have more drawdown, meaning the difference between the balance and your equity, the equity might be a little bit lower. There'll be times where your equity could be at a 10, 15, maybe up to 20% drawdown. That's fine. That's the way this EA operates. Instead of taking losses, it cost averages and gets you out of the trades in overall profitable position. Okay. And in the meantime, there'll be times here and there where it'll get into a higher drawdown. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. If you see that we get into some drawdown, don't worry. That's what it's supposed to do, and that just means that it's just going to come out that much better in the end. Okay, so just to let you guys know about that. And then with the aggressive account, hence the name aggressive, the drawdown can be a little bit more on that account. We might see anywhere from a 20 up to a 35% drawdown on that account. Maybe not this week. Most likely that won't happen until we crank it up even more. And just to let you guys know, like one of the developers' friends, actually I believe he's working with the company as well. I was on the phone with him, or not on the phone, but on Telegram with him, going back and forth with his settings. And he's crushing it. He made like 15 to 17% this week, but he had really aggressive settings. It's good to know that we can do this in the future if we want to. We're not going to be that aggressive, but I love the way the drawdown was like not even really high drawdown, and he was just cranking out huge numbers all week. So really good stuff moving forward. So again, guys, just to reiterate that we're going to be using this new EA or newer EA on both accounts this coming week. Now, obviously, there's no guarantees, guys. It's Forex trading. Past profits guarantee no future profit. Can't guarantee future profits, etc. But very, very good chance that this week both accounts are going to realize a really nice profit. And hopefully from this point forward, okay, we finally got pretty much running on all cylinders with both accounts. Several other things we can go into, but we'll wait to the Zoom call. And I want to kind of, proofs in the pudding, right? I'd rather it kind of speak for itself. So you'll see a little bit difference in style of trading this next week, mainly on the PAMM account. As far as there'll be two different EAs running it. On the aggressive account, we're just going to run the one EA on it for now, a little bit more aggressive, but we're going to have 3 pairs running. Be the Euro US dollar, the USD Swiss franc, and the what's the third one here? I can't even think. Oh, the British pound, GBP USD, British pound US dollar. Okay, those will be the 3 trades the 3 pairs you'll see trading on the aggressive account this week. Okay, and so for those of you that are waiting on an answer from the broker, just sit back. We'll have an answer in the next week. We just don't want to say anything for sure until we know what their feedback is. What they tell us. Okay. I believe I went over everything, okay? So like I said, this is my second time doing this, so I can't remember if I covered everything. I know I did the last one, but I believe this is it. So you guys, any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Kiera, as always, and we'll get back to you right away. Other than that, if you guys are waiting on the aggressive account for an answer, just be patient, okay? And in the meantime, sit back and you can see the... we'll give an updates on the trades moving forward. Okay, and it's just I feel really, really good here moving forward that we finally got, like I said before, we're just running on all cylinders on both accounts, and we're looking at some really, really big potential with both accounts moving forward. Okay, guys, that being said, everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you soon.